Well, as you can see, I dropped my camera and it broke, and it unplugged those wires. I pulled them out. That's the second time I knocked this thing over today. On the tripod, it still works. It'll still turn on and off. You just can't see nothing because the wires are unplugged. But I guess I'm going to show you how to fix that. And you can see I got it duct taped already, but under that duct tape is a couple little screws. I guess I'll probably have a little more duct tape on it when I'm done. Hopefully the hinge is still okay. I think it just separated this case again. I get that duct tape off, and then what you gotta do, might as well lay it on the side here so you can see. Yeah, I just turned it on. It still comes on and still works. Oh, yeah, there's the wire. Came unplugged. It's just you can't see nothing because the screen broke off. There's a couple little screws holding all of that together. Right there. If you can see that spot. That is where my wire came unplugged from. What that is, it's hard to see probably. There's a little clip there. Like a computer tab, and that'll lock that wire in. And what that does is that wire, as you can see, that's just that kind of harness. It just pushes down up into there. As far as you can get it to go in. There's not much wire there, but it's a little hard for me to see. It's on and it's recording every time I touch that button thing. There it is. Yeah, you can see that that blue went all the way in. What I'm going to do is lock that tab down. And now I just got to put it back together. And as you can see that hinge right there, that's where it broke on me the last time. And that's why I had that duct tape in there. But that would just go like that. That wire kind of lays over that. This black piece here of tape, ain't got much adhesive left on it now, but that just kind of went over that plug to keep that tab going. So I've got that there. And the last time it broke, I didn't show you that, but that brown wire there come undone, so I had to take the circuit board off and fish that one back through that little opening. But this time, just that came off. didn't fall from the spar, but it still fell. And okay, so there it is. It's back on. Let's see if it's going to want to close. Okay. Alright, it'll still close. Now I'm going to see, and you can see where it's kind of marred up. That's where this lens got stuck. Pull this open and see if it turns on. Ooh, there it is. So there you have it. If your camera does drop, if you happen to have one of these and it does drop, everything shows. Let me take the lens cover off. Okay, yeah. Alright. So that works for that. Can't believe I knocked it over again. I just caught the edge of the cord and it pulled the tripod over. But anyway, if you do have one of these cameras and it does happen to you, hopefully you can fix it. The hinge is going to be loose and sloppy, and then, you know, of course, these tabs, you can see now that I've got that. The hinge actually itself is okay, but the screen casing on that, so, and that's why I had the duct tape on it before holding that, and I'll be putting some duct tape back on it again. And I can see a little light through my thing where I've had to put my knife in there, but she'll work. And if you happen to have one of these and you flipped open your screen, and you know, and it's not broke off but it's stuck open and you can't get it to close anymore, what you can do for that is, if you can find yourself a real thin bladed, like paring knife, find something that's not sharp. You know, it doesn't have to be, you don't want it sharp so you cut yourself, but you need something thin. And then what you would do, and as you can see, that is the hinge right there. So you can get down in between that. You'll have to work it, you know, your camera. See if I can get a good angle on it. Your camera would be like that. You just kind of hold your screen down here. And then you just get this knife and you kind of push it in on an angle there. And work it in between that gap right there, until you can get the knife in. You'll have to do a little working, and it's just a hollow plastic right there, so you can't hurt nothing. You might chew it up a little, but if that's stuck, once you got that in there, now you're on that hinge, and you can just push that with the knife and it'll get it past that spot where it's locked, and it'll close again for you. And then I'm gonna, as I open it up, I'll show you the spot. See how mine has all that play now from being broke. That's why I'm going to have to put some more duct tape back on it. I'd glue it right here, but I don't want to take a chance on if something does happen again. At least it doesn't damage the inside of the camera, and your camera's not junk. If that does break off, you can fix it, you know, if you're willing to give it a shot. But if that is, like I say, that way, once you open this hinge up, you can see down in there that that's all just open space where this hinge has to swing. So, you know, you're not going to hurt anything getting something down in there. And once it pushes through, it's only going to go about 1/4 of an inch, and it can't go no farther. You won't stab nothing. There's no wires. There's no nothing. This is just an open housing for that hinge to be able to swing in. And when you do get it down in there, you don't want it real far, but chances are all you're going to have to do is just kind of get this down in there like that, and you're going to hear a little click. And once you've got it in kind of sideways like that, once you get it that far, it's already past that spot, and it'll close again. And then what you want to do is just be careful, you know, as you pull it open. You know, this one I have to because I did break it off, but just try not to flick it open. That's how mine stuck before in the past. I've had the screen stick out, and it was just from flipping it out a little too fast. It went past the stopper. But anyway, if you do have one of these cameras, hopefully this helps. If you did drop it and bust it off your screen, it's not completely junk, and if you want to try to fix it, it's not too hard to do. You just got to get a thin knife and snap that housing apart, and Just keep in mind you're probably going to break them tabs, because usually them tabs lock in hard, and once you undo them, sometimes they'll break a little bit, and you might have to have some duct tape on it when you're done, but your camera will still work. So I'm glad I got all these out, because I couldn't remember what I had to do, and I had both wires out last time, so I had to pull that circuit board off that screen housing. But that is it. That is a fix for the 4K, 8K, 5K type cameras, even probably the 1080p with that flip out screen. So hopefully this helps. Thanks for watching.